The little sheep was jumping high, but in the next second, blood splashed onto its companions. That day, two shepherds discovered the last patch of green oasis on the meadow. Neither of them was willing to give way, but their lambs just wanted to play together. The shepherds struggled to separate the lambs, yet the lambs immediately rushed back toward each other. So the two shepherds built a wooden fence in the middle of the meadow. Then they rested on the side, but the lambs nearby were not settling down. They pressed close to each other, staring through the fence. Suddenly, a loud crash rang out, and the wooden fence was smashed in an instant. One of the lambs was knocked unconscious. The shepherds were unwilling to give up, so they reinforced the fence, replacing the wooden boards with barbed wire. One lamb tried to touch it and got hurt by the sharp spikes, but it didn't give up. It stepped back a few paces, gathered momentum, and prepared to leap over the fence. However, in the next second, the lamb got caught on the barbed wire and died in pain. This scene terrified the shepherds, so they reinforced the fence again. This time, the fence stood as tall as a city wall. One lamb lightly nudged it, and a small stone fell. That gave it hope, so it ran faster, charging at the wall with all its might, but it died instantly on impact. Then, the situation completely spiraled out of control. All the lambs started ramming the wall frantically. The two shepherds panicked. At this rate, the lambs would all be destroyed. They picked up scissors and began trimming the lamb's wool. The lambs on each side were styled differently. Seeing their newly trimmed looks, the shepherds breathed a sigh of relief. They thought the problem was finally solved. The lambs were happily jumping around, but at that moment, two lambs locked eyes. They lowered their heads, looked at their own wool, and then at each other's wool. They slowly stepped back, lowered their heads into fighting positions, and then charged at each other violently. In the end, all the lambs were dead. The two shepherds threw down their staffs in despair. Do you know why these lambs ended up killing each other?